Okay, so when I texted you about NRA propaganda movie, I was joking at the time.
I really didn't want to talk about this topic today, but now I have no fucking choice.
I mean, to be fair, we don't actually have to talk about it because if you watch the movie, they just sort of do it for you in a really not intelligent way. Skimming the surface with
it's more
radio.
like this movie doesn't fucking know what it wants to say about it. And I'll get in more detail about that. So if you can't tell, we're talking about Death Wish, which, boy howdy, what a bad time for this movie to come out.
Just like the worst.
Just like
worst timing.
Just slightly worse when the Punisher, when the Punisher TV show came out.
Oh yeah. Oh, wasn't that Sandy Hook?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
No, it was about the same time. Sandy Hook.
What am I thinking of? Okay, maybe
Punisher TV show came out around.
Oh, was Sandy Hook? Right? Okay.
Or was that the Batman thing?
I think that was the Batman thing, because Sandy Hook was not a while ago, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Look it up later. Either way, bad timing.
Super bad
to
timing.
talk about a movie about vigilante justice with a gun.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I've seen a lot of movies with people with guns. I don't usually have a problem because they know what they are. They're shameless action exploitation movies. Whatever. I can get behind it. When a movie like this, directed by Eli Roth, tries to approach the subject of buying guns with all the subtlety of a blunt hammer.
Nah, I think subtlety of a shotgun, since it's about guns, we should keep the analogies similar.
Sure.
Like a 12-gauge shotgun in an echo room.
That just makes me really uncomfortable. But this is I kind of knew what I was getting into going into this movie because I haven't seen the original one, but I did look it up a little bit before I saw this because apparently that movie got a lot of flack for a lot of the same reasons. Although I heard the original one's better and actually tried to say something rather than this one that meanders all over the goddamn place.
It does seem to want to be gun control neutral.
It's trying to be, but what really comes off as the moral of the story is it's only okay if Bruce Willis does it. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that was bugging me because this movie is acting like it's so fucking deep.
And really, it just seems like
this is gonna spark a national debate, and really has nothing to say.
And it's sort of bad that all of his victims were
black,
of color.
Yeah.
That was even the last guy who was just stealing a suitcase was Asian, and I felt really uncomfortable all of a sudden
because it's an Eli Roth film.
At the same time, am I scared that something like that could happen to me in real life?
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm an asshole.
Just Bruce Willis is gonna make finger guns at you in the middle of the streets of New York. Because you can totally find an empty street in New York.
And then he's upgraded, but by doing the finger gun, right?
Finger bang bang.
Yeah, actually summons guns from space or something, space guns, and that's how I died.
Gonna finger bang bang you into my life
while the boy band is happening. Yeah, all of that's happening. That's the ultimate. That's Bruce Willis's final form.
I don't know how I feel about that joke. I don't know. That kind of makes me uncomfortable. And from what I understand about this movie series is the first one actually tried to say the other one, and the 2 and 3 were just shameless exploitation movies.
There's more. Oh, of the original.
Of the original. No, not this one. So I can kind of again, if this was just a straightforward exploitation revenge film, a Liam Neeson kind of thing, okay, fine, whatever.
Oh my god, it would have been so much better with Liam Neeson.
And I can handle a Bruce Willis style Liam Neeson film fine. It's just when you try to act deep and bring politics into it, it's you force me to ask hard questions, movie. It's not from things you intend me to ask. More why are you talking about this?
And it's just sort of I don't know. I sort of got a weird half preachy for both sides of the argument.
Me too.
The same way that do you remember Downsizing was about the environment and immigration?
Yeah, that was much. At least that one, had a stance, and two, didn't try let's see, didn't pull like a Fox News to go, let's see what the other side of the debate has
But
to say.
I felt like I was just getting like squeezed by both sides of the argument about guns. Just like really squeezing it in.
Pick a side. It's kind of like, you know what? If you want to go pro-gun, go for it. Pick a fucking side. You know, after a certain point, you're trying to do the middle ground, and it's not working for you.
They had the most entertaining reason to have gun furniture.
In case, you know, for some insane reason, you need to have just a fuck off assault rifle in this insanely specific circumstance in which you have to be shot in the arm. The criminal wants to monologue,
and then decides to tell you to sit down in front of your couch without knowing about your
the assault rifle bench.
Sherlock Holmesian planning ahead.
I guess, I don't know, the weird Home Alone-esque murder spree they have in the end of this movie.
Jesus Christ! Like, all you needed was like Macaulay Culkin as like the neighbor kid, or like the neighbor just going like, Paul.
Like there were some parts where there were parts that's like, okay, this isn't that bad. And parts like, yeah, this is an Eli Roth film.
I was basically getting the majority of pro-gun when Grandpa was like, "There's poachers on my farm.
Yeah,
man's got to protect what he's got."
And I agree with that. So like, okay, so it's gonna be strongly pro-gun. But then they start kind of actively mocking the gun buying process to just show just how ridiculous it all is. Like, does this require like a lot of paperwork? Do you mean fill it? Like, we do that for you. It takes like a day. It's like,
they send it out pretty fast.
And it feels like they're almost making fun of it.
Which is why it's such bad timing.
Yeah.
It's like that scene is just a mockery to like recent events, and like it's relevant, but it's just really bad timing.
And it's not the movie's. Well, I won't say not entirely movie's fault, because this is going to cause some shit no matter what time they released it. But especially now.
I got it. Yeah, no, it's just like, even if they did that, like, exactly 1 week before that happened, it still would be like, this is in bad taste.
Yeah, but then again, Bruce Willis, he gets results, and then the police mock him for the fact that he clearly has no idea to fire a firearm, which is true. But he's still getting the bad guys, and thank God the bad guys around the ice cream man don't also all have guns and just shoot him.
Yeah, seriously, like.
So, okay, a brief summary of the plot.
It's a
Bruce Willis revenge movie.
It's Bruce Willis. It's like Grey's Anatomy at first, then
exploitation.
His family dies, then politics a little bit, then Bruce Willis gets the Bruce Willis buff and kills everybody.
Pretty much, yeah. And apparently everyone else just, one, has stormtrooper aim, and two, there's a part that killed me in particular where he says, like, I'm gonna do, like, vigilante justice and shit like that. Which is funny, because the book this is based on, the author hated the original movie, because the book is strongly anti-vigilante. And you can kind of get a little whiffs of that in this movie, but
I thought it would have just been better if he wasn't vigilante and he was more focused on the revenge. Right?
Which, again, if this is a Liam Neeson movie, you would have had that.
Yeah. And then it would have also been released like 2 months ago.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Still bad timing.
Anyway.
But
yeah, so
just
Liam Neeson goes, like, besides he's not gonna just find out who killed his family. He's also gonna like just hunt down regular criminals. One has to be a drug dealer called the Ice Cream Man, who apparently just shoots kids on their block.
No, it's his game is that he makes the kids sell drugs for them so that they can walk to school.
Oh, that's what it is.
And then because of that, the one kid's like, no, man, I don't want to sell drugs. And then he shot him in the foot.
We never see that kid again, by the way.
Doesn't matter. You got the address. That was the whole point of that.
Yeah, I know. But still, it's more like, anyway.
It's okay, because the only way this movie could have been better is if Looper showed up.
Oh, my God. See, that still makes me uncomfortable. Like, this is one of those movies, like, making a lot of jokes about this one just kind of makes me feel a little cringy. That's more of a personal thing, because, again, if it was just an exploitation movie and I knew what it was, I'd be like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. Kind of like Den of Thieves.
Yeah, like, if you were at least, like, if the film was just like, you know, guns, protect, man protect.
Or even just like Bruce Willis.
Masculine.
Like, just Bruce Willis has guns, shoots things. Okay, done. You know, you don't have to try hard to get that script going.
Yeah, and then, but I guess, and it's just like the news reports, like, oh yeah, here's another murder on the news. And on the news. Hi, we're a radio broadcast with more gun violence in Chicago about the news.
Are you doing like South Park news right now?
It's like paraphrased.
It was dipping into Cartman territory there for a bit.
And then I just did a voice, and then it turned into Cartman halfway through.
It did turn into Cartman. It was like not bad Cartman. You should work on that. But no, like every time like an action scene happens, it cuts to like the people on the radio like talking like, should we be encouraging this? Should be the same like to miss like, but he's killing bad people, so that means it's okay.
Is it though?
And that's more or less the conversation they have, and that's as far as it goes.
I mean, it's just like my stance was I'm actually really anti-gun.
I'm not pro-gun either.
Like, it's not, anyway.
But that's not the point.
Yeah,
though.
but I'm anti-gun, but considering his situation, I emphasize that he decided to be pro-gun, considering they killed his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, in the context of the movie, they killed his wife. Fine.
At least this movie didn't have the rape scene that was in the original.
Jesus, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were going that way.
Yeah, apparently the original one had a pretty brutal one, from what I understand.
Oh man, that would have just got the pitchforks going with all the.
I'm shocked it wasn't in there, because this is an Eli Roth film, and that man just lives off just shock value, pretty much. Just like how much guts and gore can we shove into this one scene? I mean, his last movie was about a group of cannibals. At one point, they got high and got the munchies. This is a scene that happens in the Green Inferno.
I'm not gonna watch that. No.
There's a guy because they hide pot in the parts they feed back to the cannibals. So there's a part where the stoner guy wakes up and they're like the cannibals are like, ooh, like looking at the guy all hungry, and it's like, oh no, they have the munchies. Word for word, a line in the movie.
They literally say they have the munchies.
They have the munchies, and they tear him apart.
Oh my fucking god.
That's the quality we expect from Eli Roth.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Now you do.
I can't unsee that in my brain. That sounds so awful.
It was pretty bad. It was really bad.
I was just like, yeah, just whatever. I mean, I had a choice between this and Red Sparrow, and then the only reason we didn't watch Red Sparrow was because it was at 7:45, and it's like a almost 3-hour movie.
220.
220.
230, somewhere around
I don't know, this movie felt like it was 220.
Nah, compare Den of Thieves is a shorter sit.
That's true. But I mean, there was this whole the whole exposition to transition into what I would call the actual middle of the conflict, which would be near the end of the movie.
Yeah, it does take a long time for shit to actually happen.
It's just sort of like do 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 do, and then they just go in a way to just slow down the pace there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's more just this movie just feels like it's trying to be what it's fucking not.
Yeah.
And, again.
Also,
say what you will about The Punisher, at least that one had a solid. You knew exactly where they stood.
The movie?
The TV show.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of dropped that whole gun control thing in the show pretty damn fast.
Yeah, well, the Punisher show was about, veterans and stuff, but
yeah, there's that whole segment with the bomber guy.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's.
And you don't remember that because they dropped it pretty quick.
They dropped it pretty
They pretty much
quick.
like, okay, and I get it in a movie, in a day and age like this, you kind of have to talk about it a little bit when you do a movie like this. But that being said, like the TV show is a good example, and just like, okay, we talk about it for as long as we need to. We're done with it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you could have replaced all the radio scenes with like more YouTube videos.
Pretty much.
And then you just need you don't need like 4 actual radio hosts. I think they're actual radio hosts. I want to say they're actual radio hosts.
Probably.
I wouldn't believe it, you know.
Yeah.
And then also, their pizza was wrong.
What was wrong with their pizza?
It's deep dish.
What's your issue with deep dish?
No, it's a John Oliver video. Not John Oliver, John Stewart video.
I haven't seen
so long ago, John Stewart on national television just started shit talking Chicago deep dish because it was something about like how their tallest tower was like not as tall as New York's tallest tower, but they had the tallest place that you could be indoors. And then he started talking shit about like, oh, well, Chicago's got a higher murder rate. You think we New Yorkers can't kill as many people? And then proceeded to talk about pizza. And then 2 weeks later, he had to apologize for talking shit about Chicago deep dish, in which the mayor of Chicago came with a deep dish pizza and he ate it and said it was delicious. And that was his full apology. Within that 2 week time span, though, all of Chicago news was just talking about how Jon Stewart was a deep dish hating piece of shit. It's the greatest.
People get mad about weird things.
Don't be talking shit about deep dish unless you're doing an Unjust.
Fuck you, deep dish! All right, there we go. Free publicity. We just got it. Come on, ye haters! Fuck you and your deep dish.
All the downvotes.
Fuck you, deep dish. Suck on my cock.
I'll link you the videos, and then you can put it in the comments.
Fuck you,
because
deep
that is
dish.
My point is, because I have one, is that is a more entertaining watch than the majority of this movie.
Yeah, and again, I can see the parts where I'm supposed to like be like, ooh, that's cool, oh, that's exciting. But again, this movie's already made me uncomfortable without the gun talk earlier. Then it's like, I don't fucking know what you want me to feel here.
Yeah, like
it's like half like we want to be serious, like talk about gun control and all that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, we also want a shameless exploitation movie. So I was like, pick one.
I also felt like the bit where he's got the guy under the car with the plastic agent.
That was like that made me really uncomfortable.
Nerve. That was a little bit like extreme.
Yeah, that like, and again, that's just fucking Eli Roth. He does that shit all the time.
I
So
mean,
like, that's where I was like, oh, there it is. There's Eli Roth.
To be fair, he's the rapist guy. He's definitely not the rapist, but if they allowed rape in this movie, he totally would have been the rapist guy.
Yeah, the one who had like healed surprisingly well from his burns.
Yeah, his fucking scald marks. Although I don't know, that heavy cream was off of the stove for a good 2 to 3 minutes.
It's like, I honestly, like the thing I kept wondering myself is like, I don't know how the police haven't caught these burglars, and I don't know how they haven't caught Bruce Willis. Because when you narrow it down, does the hospital in this movie just have no cameras?
No, man. He's like...
Because Bruce Willis steals a lot of shit from this hospital.
That is absolutely true. However, it's just like, they keep talking about all the gun violence in the city. But they gotta keep using all the meds to save all the gunshot victims, Mike.
I guess, but I feel like they also keep a tight inventory on where all that shit was.
I mean...
So I'm like wondering, like, wait, so... Are there no cameras that could see him?
That wasn't the focus of this movie, Mike. Hospital inventory regulations is not the focus of this movie.
This movie needed a dog. Yeah. You got that reference, right?
No.
Scrubs.
Oh, yeah.
Just need a Doug from Scrubs go like, hey, dude, where does Watch go? Like, wait a minute, didn't he have all these stuff in his body before?
Yeah.
and again, Bruce Willis is such a fucking idiot in this movie because he decides to steal a gun from a known criminal, which for some reason, his bullets can't be traced back to that gun, which can't be traced to that criminal that went to that hospital, where, hey, guess who declared him dead? Bruce fucking Willis.
Was he declared dead? Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. So, like, I feel like, you just follow the path, you figure out that it was Bruce Willis pretty goddamn fast.
To be fair, that guy was basically Detective Bullock.
Now,
hey, you want a bear claw? Yeah, okay.
No, it's just Hank retired.
Oh, yeah, from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, he died.
Spoiler. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad in, like, the last 10 years.
You've had, like, 4.5 years to, like, watch Breaking Bad. If you haven't seen it, that's your fault.
Well, don't spell King Kong for me. I haven't seen it yet.
He was in King Kong?
I was just making a joke about spoiling things you should know by now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right over your head.
No, I thought we were still talking about the actor.
No, that's fair. That's a fair get. But anyway, it's like, and by the way, also have not gotten to the end of the Bible. Don't tell me what happens to Jesus. I hear Revelations as a hoot.
Okay, I'm just saying, Jesus definitely doesn't come out with a fingered gun and goes up to an Asian guy who's still a suitcase and go bang.
Oh, fuck, not worth reading now.
Anyway,
I was really hoping it was going somewhere. Expected some blood and violence. But so far it hasn't happened. I don't know what's wrong. That was a really dark joke.
it's okay, Mike. It's okay.
I mean, I just feel like they really need to nail in that violence.
You're hungry. Let's get you something to eat. What's the trailers? I really have nothing else to say about this movie.
No, hold on. I need to stand on my cross here and say a few things.
All right, hang on. All right, and the other one.
There you go.
All right.
Here you go. Now then. Okay, I've reached the end of this joke. Give me 3 days. I'll come back to it.
All right. I was going to say, like, a spiritual scientist.
I wasn't expecting to make Jesus jokes in this review, but weird things happen.
I mean... we were talking about Jon Stewart at one point.
This is true. I mean, like, this is an Eli Roth exploitation film. You kind of get what you expect out of it. If you're familiar with his work.
Basically,
like whenever like a blood spattered, or you had that part at the end where like the guy's neck just like bent in 90 degrees, it was like, yeah, that's Eli Roth. There it is. There he is.
I was just like,
shock for the sake of shock. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, the bits where Bruce Willis was cool, and that was about it.
And again, like for a movie that pretends
also
to have a
the
point,
brother character, what was that? The biggest shock of this movie is that he wasn't the bad guy. Because it's played by Vincent D'Onofrio, who every movie I've seen him in, and even TV shows, he's always the fucking bad guy. Wasn't he?
He's the Kingpin. He was also in Rings.
He was in CSI.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Wait. Who are we talking about? I was talking about the brother.
Yeah, that's the brother.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Isn't he in CSI?
I don't know, but he's the Kingpin in Daredevil.
Oh, he is. He's got all that hair. Weird.
Yeah, I know. Well, because I've seen him like 3 or 5 movies in the past year, and every time he's always the villain. So every time he shows up,
I was expecting Angry Soccer Dad to be the villain, and then it would be like,
and he never comes back.
And it would have been like the most pettiest reason to kill someone's family.
You told me to shut the fuck up during a kid's soccer game.
You told me to behave myself when I was cheering on my baby girl in the soccer game. And she is in her late teens, sir. I will not calm the fuck down. They all have that accent, by the way.
You're not far off. But no, so like, as soon as Vincent D'Onofrio showed up, I was like, okay, there's the bad guy. The biggest shock in the movie is that he wasn't. That was really, because like, I've seen him in this, I saw him in Chips, I saw him in Rings, he had the cameo in BoJack Horseman, but he wasn't a villain. Well, I guess he kind of was, depending on your viewpoint. You really need to rewatch
I really need to rewatch
BoJack Horseman.
It's so... I don't know, man. When I watch it, it gets me really down.
For the first half, you're usually okay.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway,
and then like every movie I've seen him over the past year, he's just always the bad guy. So as soon as I was like, oh, I guess he's the bad guy in this movie, and it never happens. And honestly, I was a little disappointed. Instead, we got Grease Hair, who just decides to keep hunting Bruce Willis for reasons.
I mean, he was basically about as, like, compelling as Gerard Butler was in Den of Thieves.
Gerard Butler had more going on. This is just greased up bad guy.
He didn't even have a name tag. His name...
He's like Gerard Butler, but he's bad guy.
No. The joke there would be he's like Gerard Butler, but badly written.
And also bad guy.
And also bad guy.
Killed by gun desk. Still stupid. He could have easily shot him by the time he pulled that assault rifle out.
Love you, Pro CD. Anyway.
Yeah, trailers. We got a trailer for Deadpool 2. I'm looking forward to that. I like the first one.
Yeah, no, I was surprised about how good Cable was looking.
Right? I mean, it is Josh Brolin, so like he's kind of like, no matter what he's in, I'll probably go see it because I love Josh Brolin.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I did really like the trailer with the action figures. Regenerate powers. You probably wouldn't say that.
Well, I did like the joke about, like, and again, it's a slap to Justice League, but still kind of made me chuckle. Where it's like it's a CGI arm. It's like we're trying to remove a mustache. Did you not hear about all that?
No.
Oh my god! Okay, so basically, we'll talk about this. It's literally the next trailer. There's a big controversy because while Henry Cavill was filming Mission Impossible 6, he was contractually obligated not to shave off his mustache. But then he got called in to do reshoots for Justice League.
Oh.
So he had that big. They had to CGI the mustache out of him in the reshoots in Justice League, and that's how you can always tell when a reshoot happened because it looked like someone like steamrolled his upper lip into the rest of his body, and it looks really weird. Look it up; it's kind of amazing.
Okay. I mean, all right. Wait. So who's Henry Cavill in Justice
Superman.
League? Oh. Gotcha.
So it's kind of important for him to be clean shaven.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Which ties into the next trailer,
What's the
which
next
is
trailer?
Mission Impossible 6.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where
that's right.
you see Henry Cavill with the mustache that need to be removed. And yeah, there was a lot of whiskers there.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to Mission Impossible 6. I've liked the Mission Impossible movies.
I've liked it since, what was it, Ghost Protocol?
Yeah, that was the fourth one, I believe.
Yeah.
The third one was good too.
Well, okay, so here's my experience of what
right.
happened when I was watching Mission Impossible 3. My family and I was watching Alias.
Wait, you're watching Aliens and Mission Impossible 3?
No, Alias.
Alias. Okay.
The one with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
So we were all like on season 4 or whatnot, and then Mission Impossible 3 goes and my mom and I, we go see it, and we're like, wasn't that just an episode of Alias? And my mom is usually the lady that's like too polite to like voice her opinions about movies and whatnot, and she's like, yeah, it was though. So that's how you know.
Fair enough. It's still a good episode though.
It was a really great episode of Alias guest starring Tom Cruise. With this trailer, it's the first sign I've seen him of aging.
It is very hard for Tom Cruise to age.
The immortality potion, it's starting to wear off.
Whatever Scientology gives him is he needs a refill.
Doesn't have enough children's souls. I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know. Fucking whatever. Like the evil Lord Xenu. Xenu is draining his life force.
Does not give him enough juice.
Just draining him his feeding levels. But like this is something I talked about with Grant, and like I am fascinated by Henry Cavill in this movie and in this trailer because you don't see him with a gun. Well, I take it back. You do see him with like the machine, like the minigun at the end, and when he's in the helicopter. But just the way they shoot, like they show his like intro action sequence is amazing because they look like he's like arming his fists like they're fucking shotguns. Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah,
this
Henry Cavill.
mustache.
And you know what? He works that fucking mustache. But like whenever he does like when he actually like puts up his fisticuffs, he rolls back, like this pump thing when he's like trying to do sleeves, but it looks like he's just arming his fists for battle. and I've seen a lot of action movies over the course of doing this show. That was the first time in a long time when I see someone punch somebody, it looked like it fucking hurts. So everyone's like doing these fancy like kung fu flips and blocks and all that stuff. Henry Cavill's like boom, boom, like 2 punches and you're down. It's him like, I want to know more about you.
That's Krav Maga. We got an ex-Mossad guy that comes in on Tuesday.
It's kind of like the guy who played Drax in the last James Bond movie, kind of similar to that, and just like
which one, Spectre? I didn't watch Spectre.
He's in Spectre. He plays like the big tough guy. The same kind of thing where it's like he doesn't have to do all kinds of stuff, but when he hits, it's gotta fucking hurt. So I want to see Mission Impossible 6. I think it's gonna be good.
All right.
Then we got Rampage. I also kind of want to see that, but for different reasons.
I would love to see Rampage, mostly because like I grew up playing the Gator.
So
because,
of course the wolf flies.
Because of course the wolf flies. Yeah. Yeah. No. Even I remember. I'm like, wait a minute. The wolf doesn't fly. I actually went out of my way to get my phone out, type in Rampage game, and sure enough, the wolf does not have wings. He is definitely bipedal.
Because this movie clearly cares so much
about like
remaining true to the source material.
Hey, at least the gorilla's still white.
This is true, but weren't they actually like humans in the game?
I don't remember. Like
if you lose or something like that, you turn back into a human or something like that. But like, you know what? It looks like a dumb B movie. It has The Rock. It has Dean Morgan in there. Whatever. I'll go see it. Looks like it'll be fun.
They befriend a giant gorilla.
I haven't seen that since Mighty Joe Young.
Oh.
Do you remember that movie?
No, I don't.
That's an old one.
Oh, man.
That's an old one.
All right.
So that was Rampage. And then we got Sicario 2, which we talked about a million times.
Sicario 2 is great. Whatever.
I'm waiting for that movie.
Still need to watch the first one. Okay, cool.
We got Skyscraper. We got 2 Dwayne Johnson trailers in the same night.
Oh, Skyscraper.
That's one with it's The Rock, but it's Die Hard.
Oh, yeah. And it's definitely not the
Nakatomi Plaza.
The Nakatomi Tower at all.
No, God, no. This one's
because they're in China.
Yeah.
So it would be something in Chinese. I'll think of a pun later.
What ethnicity is Nakatomi? Is that Japanese?
Japanese.
Okay.
Because they killed Mr. Nakatomi.
They do kill Mr. Nakatomi. But would it be great if they also kill him?
There's just another guy named Mr. Nakatomi and he just dies.
Actually, it was Mr. Takaki. That's the one who dies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nakatomi was just the name of the plaza.
Yeah. I don't remember Die Hard that well. Beyond the part that minor character,
I think that hurt me more than anything else that happened tonight. I literally felt a stab in my heart. I was like, how could he say that?
Die Hard 2 was better.
You take that fucking back. You fucking take that back.
Okay.
That's like saying Die Hard 5 is underrated. It's like, no, it's fucking not. It deserves to burn the hell it found itself in.
I actually haven't seen.
Never watched Die Hard 5.
Die Hard. Oh, no, Live Free Die Hard and then Die Hard 5. I haven't seen
Die Hard 5 is dog shit. Never watch it.
All right.
Never watch
because
it.
He's a superhero now, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's really. It's not fucking I don't want to talk about Die Hard 5. I don't want to do it. Skyscraper.
It's just one.
Die Hard with The Rock.
It's Rock Hard.
Well, it's not actually a movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I feel like there was I feel like it was a movie. It sounds kind of familiar. So yeah, that was Skyscraper. Looks like a Dwayne Johnson action movie about Die Hard. That's really what it looks like.
Yeah,
except he has a prosthetic leg that seems to impede him in no particular way.
No, it's just supposed to tell you that he was into war.
Wasn't he like a special agent or something like that?
He was into war.
Oh, it wasn't
FBI. No, he was in the FBI.
Okay, it's like some kind of special forces.
And then Liam Neeson shows up and he's also in the FBI.
I would love a movie with Dwayne Johnson and Liam Neeson. Are you fucking kidding?
As a buddy cop film?
Yes!
Pitching in!
Yes! Fuck yeah!
Yeah, dude.
Make that the next Expendables. Fuck it.
All right. And then Jackie Chan's in it too.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Done.
Like Jackie Chan from The Foreigner. Jackie Chan. He can be like the recon guy.
And then he's like competing salaries with Jet Li.
Oh God. They already did their movie together. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. Anyway.
Then we got Solo, the Star Wars story.
Oh yeah, great.
Which could be fine.
It's not gonna cause as much drama as Rogue One did. I can tell.
It's also not gonna cause as much drama as Last Jedi did.
No, it might.
You think so?
Please.
I know we're talking Star Wars fans.
No. Star Wars fans will find it. Will find a way. Okay, they believe in the Force.
I know me and Ron got a huge argument about it.
You know what? I'll tell you all you motherfucking Force lovers. Okay, it's about Han Solo. Calm down.
I don't know. We'll see. It looks harmless enough. It looks like it's playing it pretty safe. So whatever. As long as they don't
as long as they don't end a movie at Mos Eisley.
Twist. They kill Chewbacca at the end.
My fucking god! It's an alternate universe.
Just
Reboot.
Just roll out the fucking Star Trek rug from under you. Surprise, motherfuckers! You thought it was going to be controversial this year. Well, fuck you.
Hang on, I gotta hang on.
And here's a CGI Leia, cause fuck you.
I'm Emperor Palpatine, and I want to defect to the Republic.
Oh my god! Most controversial movie of the fucking year.
Solo. All of this happens in Solo.
Oh my god. Woody Harrelson is really Palpatine. Which best recasting ever.
Alright. I'm good.
Okay. Right up there with having Matthew McConaughey play the Emperor.
Jesus Christ. You might as well...
Alright, Vader.
You might as well have Mace Windu get recasted by, Denzel Washington. Actually, that would be amazing.
Yes, it would be. Don't promise sweet things to me.
And then Liam Neeson shows up.
As Qui-Gon. Oh, he was Qui-Gon Jinn. Fuck. I forgot even where he was in Star Wars.
Guess he'll get his own movie, Qui-Gon.
Yes!
and it'll come out in January.
I want a Qui-Gon Jinn movie. Why can't I? Yes! Give me a motherfucking Qui-Gon Jinn movie. Why are we not already doing this? This is a great idea, actually.
They're probably working on it, let's be honest.
Actually, probably. Alright, so that was the last trailer. You got any final thoughts for Death Wish?
At least we get to go home.
It's not the worst movie I've seen this year. I mean, when comes time for my top 10 worst movie list to come out, I doubt this will be on it, to be honest.
Oh, you can watch that Tyler Perry movie. Acrimony. It's okay, buddy. I'm still watching. I
was doing well with the Qui-Gon Jinn solo movie thing.
No, that was a good way to end, right? It's okay, because we still gotta watch, it's 2 weeks until we have to watch, Sherlock
Gnomes. Yeah.
That'll be fun. I'll be drunk.
Probably me too. If Laura's driving.
Yeah. Jeez, I'll go to bed the day before.
But we're doing it on a Friday, so I don't have to wake up early the next morning.
Yeah, duh. I'll be done with work on Thursday.
Alright, so
yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back probably tomorrow.
Still pitching it though, Qui-Gon Jinn the movie.
Yes.
Alright.
Even though the prequels still suck. And I don't...
That's why it's the prequel. And that's how I'm gonna end.
Alright, fine.